Good evening, everyone. I am so excited to be here tonight with one of our very special guests. But of course, before I introduce her and get her in, I want to just welcome you all who are new to the Mobile Home Investing for Newbies Facebook group. Again, this is a place for you guys to learn, for you newbies who are just really looking to get into mobile home investing, figure out those first steps, right? What are the first step I take, and how do I get started? This is the place for you to learn those steps, really kind of share your experiences. We're all in this together, building and creating these mobile home businesses. So this is for you. And for those who have been in the group, again, just thanks for your continued support. As you guys have seen, we've been having like student after student after student, like member after member, just crushing it with wholesaling and just with mobile homes in general. I just love this space, from moving from single families to the mobile homes, just being able to create that affordability, just so many different things. I love the mobile home. So I am super excited again to introduce one of my absolute favorite people, Wanda Howard. Welcome, Wanda.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Jess.
How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. We were actually out looking for mobile homes right before this. That's why I'm still in the car.
Well, I love it. So if you guys haven't read the title, right? Wanda and her husband, the Howards, they were able to make $8,200 in 4 hours wholesaling a mobile home. So tonight, we're going to have Wanda go into all the details of how that happened, and really this get the steps so that you guys at home, you can extract these steps, right? And be able to implement them yourself. So first and foremost, Wanda, what got you into mobile homes in the first place?
Well, how long ago when we did?
I know. That was I don't even know.
So my husband hated it. He hated it. He was like, this has to be a better process, an easier process. So he just happened to stumble on a mobile home. And that was 2 years ago. We actually bought our first mobile home.
Nice.
And we did it like a house. We did all the wrong things. We did it. No. We had it like a single family home, and we barely broke even.
Oh my gosh.
So when I saw that you switched over, I was like, oh yeah, I'm on your tail. I'm going to jump on full wagon and see how you're doing it. Because I mean, it's similar to it's better than wholesaling single family homes, and it's so much easier. So I actually did your 30-day challenge, and that actually helped us to really hone into what we needed to do on a daily basis, because we would honestly just wing it.
Right. Right. Yes. So you came in, and now you came, because me and you, we were working when you were trying to wholesale houses. And then when I transitioned and you saw, again, like you said, I made that transition, like, hold on, right? And I was like, Wanda, I reached out to a bunch of my old students, like, look, I'm on this new thing. I'm letting y'all all know about it, because I just think it's like such a phenomenal thing. And it's the speed of it, I just loved. So I know you said like you guys were kind of just winging it before. So what was it that, after or during or after the 30-day mobile home wholesaling challenge, kind of what did you guys, were you guys able to create like a system? What was it that really did it? Like, what was, even for this deal, what type of marketing were you guys doing to get these leads?
So during the challenge, Jasmine gave us a 7-day structure. Do this every day, and I think that's what really helped us to be consistent.
Right.
Keep on doing it. But and then I was actually nervous about doing Bandit size, because again, I was still in the mind frame of single family homes, and you don't get that much traction off of Bandit size with that. But mobile homes was totally different.
Yeah.
So every Friday, we would go out and put out at least 25 to 30. We put out 25 to 30 Bandit sides. And that's how we got this last deal. We actually put it out, And then the lady who called us, it was from a sign she saw from last week because the sign wasn't there any longer. The next, so she said she was holding on to this number, and her daughter said, "Just call her and just to see, how she can help you out."
Right.
So we
Wow.
called, and the ball just started rolling.
So what was her situation? Why did she need to sell her mobile home?
So her husband actually died a year ago, and she moved out because she didn't want to live there by herself. So she was paying lot rent for a whole year. So it was completely empty. She already literally moved everything out. So she just wanted to get rid of it.
Right.
So when we went in there and we looked at it, it was a 1999. It was in great condition. So I'm in the back taking pictures, thinking like, okay, thinking how much we're gonna offer. And I get back in front, and my husband and her shaking hands, and she's crying because he offered her $6,000 and she took it. She was like, "Oh my gosh,
wow,
that is perfect. I don't have to pay." I think she just wanted to get out of having to pay for it every year, month after month.
Wow, that's crazy. So you come around and your husband is like, "It's done. It's a done deal.
It's done. We didn't even take a huddle yet." I didn't give him the wink. It was just he just said, "I just felt it and I just offered her." But the thing is, I'm glad he did because I was thinking 8,000. And he went down. He was like, he said 6 and she took it. So I was like, wow, that's it. So then we started the whole, okay, we got to start marketing. But of course, my phone died and he hates social media. So I had to wait till I got home to charge my phone, and the phone wasn't charging. So we got the home around 2:30ish. I finally got my phone on charge, and I actually fell asleep. So I didn't get up until like 5 o'clock. Then I finally posted it on Facebook, and it went crazy. Like we had appointments that night. We had 4 appointments that night, and then 6 appointments the following morning.
Oh, wow.
So we got up, we went back to the mobile home, and after everybody who came put an offer in. We were like, well, the first person put an offer in. They like the first person who came in put in an offer at 13. We were like, if we get 12,000, we're good. We marketed for 16, but we were like, okay, if we get out 12 out of it, we're good. We doubled what we made. So we actually, I'm sorry, let me go back. So when we did the deal, we gave her $500 because for a deposit.
Right.
So that was all said and done. Then that evening when we finally, it was like the 4th person who came in, he offered 14,000. We were like, well, somebody that got the lady before just offered 14, and he was like, okay, I'll do 14 too. So we was like, okay, it's yours. So he gave us $500 that night. So we literally did this deal with nothing. Like we didn't spend 1 penny on this deal.
Wow.
So
wow.
But it's even funnier. The next morning when he came to bring the rest of the cash, somebody else came because I went the night before. I told everybody, we sold it. Sorry, canceled all the appointments that we had early for the next day. A guy still showed up. He was like, I have $15,000 cash. And we were like, we already signed the paper, and we didn't want to, renege on the guy that we actually, gave the contract. So my husband was like, look, next time we're going to do an open house and let everybody come in once.
Yes. Just like I told y'all. Do that one time. But I love it because there's so many like pieces to kind of go through in this. Like first and foremost, just like the getting over the idea about the bandit signs. I think that's something that a lot of people, particularly because they're coming from the single families, and even myself, like I had to like get over that because I was like, bandit signs don't work for houses, and I still believe that, like it still holds true. But really, once I got into it and I started to understand the audience, and I was like, okay, so these people are a lot more likely to call and like reach out on bandit signs. They're very interpersonal, like very personal connections. They like mom pop type situations, so they'll pull over and hold on to a bandit sign. I had a lady, she literally went home. No, she saw my bandit sign, went home, drove back because she was like, "Nah, I just had to get your number," and we ended up like closing on that deal. But so that's just like good on that front of, again, just getting over that, putting out those signs. And I have people that are like, "Okay, Jasmine, I know you do bandit signs, but what else do you do?" And I'm like, "Okay, I can tell you all the other things, but if y'all are seeing that everybody's closing their deals with the bandit signs, like, what else do we need to really talk about?" Now, of course, we do other marketing, we do direct mail, we're on social media, right? So there are other things, but don't try to get away from the fact that the bandit signs work, period, right? So this is amazing, right? And you got this lead. Your husband made the offer, and that's another thing. So when he made that offer, like, was there a back and forth thing, or did she just like accept the offer and it was good to go?
So she did mention, and that's why I had 8,000 in my head. She kept on saying she bought it in 2011, I believe, for 21,000. So I was thinking, like, did she want 21,000? Because it's really not. We can't. There's no way we're gonna give her that. So I was like, that's why 8 was in my head. So we, whilst we were going through it, we were looking, and we both shook our head like, okay, we're gonna get this one. We like this one. So we never discussed the amount, but once he made the offer, she just said yes. So I think she just really, really wanted to get out of it.
Yeah. And this is something that we find a lot with mobile homes, where it's very like people are way more likely to just accept offers. Like you're not a lot of times doing a whole bunch of back and forth with the mobile homes like you are doing with the houses. I mean, at this point, people that own houses, they're asking for $50,000 over asking price. The market is just crazy, right? And they can get it, right? They can actually get it. So, so with the mobile homes, a lot of times when we're making our offers, they're like, okay. And we just ready, like we ready to like, have to do our rebuttals and stuff. And we're like, what you mean? Okay. So that is awesome. That is awesome. So he got it accepted, really solved her problem. Obviously she's crying, she's super emotional. So that's great that, you guys really listened, understood what she needed and made her feel good about the transaction. Now, y'all closed this thing in 4 hours. So you showed the house that night. Like that night, sold it, gave you the $500 deposit, came the next day with the 14. How did he pay the 14? In cash, or did he pay it in certified checks?
Nope, all cash.
I love it.
Cash. And that's I love it. That it's so different. Like it's feasible to get cash for a home. Like it's not like out of the ordinary for someone to say, okay, I have the cash on hand.
Yeah. Now I know that this is y'all third deal. So what is your plan as far as like moving forward? You're gonna try to continue wholesaling, or you guys looking to? What's your plan moving forward?
When I say I'm copying and pasting what you said, I'm copying and pasting. So this next one is ours. So we did 3 flips, and this next one is ours. So that's our whole business plan. We wholesale 3, and then that 4th one we keep. So now we're going to look out for this 4th one. This will be our first one that we'll actually keep for ourselves and to do rent to own.
I love it. And this was in a new area, because I remember you saying that, like, now this area is hot. So was this in a different area than you usually do your deals in?
No, they've all been in the same area. Let me tell you, I have not ventured out of this one city. All 3 of my deals have been in this one city. Like we haven't, because I live in the Houston area, so we haven't even ventured out into the city of Houston, like Houston proper. It's just the outskirts of it that are giving us the best deals.
Yeah. Those outskirts of those major cities, that's where it be. Like that's really where it be. Because a lot of people can't afford necessarily to, like, especially when you're thinking about like affordability. They're not looking to live like directly in the city, but literally those outskirts, like they're looking to live there. There's tons and tons of deals and opportunities in those spaces, and that's literally where our markets are too here in North Carolina. So I absolutely love it.
And the people that we did talk to, the 4 people that came to see it that same night, they were all investors, and like we're heavily populated with Mexicans in our area because Texas is so close to Mexico. So they all had the same mentality of, we're gonna buy this, fix it up, and then rent to own. So like everybody who came in, we got numbers. So now for our next flip, we have 4 people we could go straight to and contact.
I love it. And the cool thing is like you said, right? Like, of course, learning experience, all of that, but like doing those one-time showings, because like you said, right, you could have got more, but girl, I made 8,200 in 4 hours, so it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing to drop a tear about, okay?
That's exactly
it's just right. That now you can say, okay, well now we'll do that one-time showing, and what that one-time showing does is like when all those buyers are there at one time versus like going to show this one, going to show that one, and tomorrow showing that. What that does is it really creates that urgency. It creates the property. So now they see, oh, she made an offer, or now he made an offer, now like she made an offer, right? And now you may have gotten even more than what you had initially listed it for. But of course, like I said, all a part of kind of that learning experience, that learning curve. But I think that is just great. And another thing is just like niching, being very specific about your specific market, right? So some people want to like, put signs over here and then over here and over here. But the fact that you guys are so concentrated in one specific city, it's going to yield you a lot of deals. And then now you guys' name for sure, especially after this deal, people going to know, like when the Howards post something, y'all better be on it. Y'all better be on it.
I hope so. Because it hopefully won't last like this. Hopefully go 3 hours next time.
I hear that. Was this in a park or was this on private land?
It was actually in a park. So it's so funny because this is the same park where we did the first one.
Oh, wow.
So the park had like 4 different entrances. So it was in the main entrance, and we did our first one on the last entrance.
Wow. Yeah, I'll be going up in there and talking to every single owner up in there. Like, look, we just bought 2 up in here. Which is anybody else selling in this park? Anybody else selling in this park? But that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome, and I love that you guys are looking.
Manager.
Okay. So how did the manager feel?
Yeah, so we ready.
How did the manager feel?
She was all for it. She was telling us, basically this is the process. She was all for the whole plan. She was telling us this is how we need to do the process. She told us that she was already paid up for July, so we didn't have to worry about July because he was thinking about moving it. So she was like, "Well, you have until July to make your to move it." You know what I mean? She said he didn't have to put in the application until this next week, this upcoming Monday, if he has plans on keeping it there. So she made the process so smooth. So of course, we let her know, if you know anybody else, we do give referral fees. And
okay.
I actually created like the Bandit sign. I created a flyer. The flyers that people could tear off your numbers. She actually allowed us to put it on the mailbox.
I love it.
So when everybody gets their mailbox, they have this sign on both sides.
Yes, I love it. And that's actually something that we just started incorporating that maybe about like 3 weeks ago, where we're telling, that's like an additional thing we're telling them to do. Those signs, we can tear off those numbers, put them on the mailboxes, and we're even putting them at the Hispanic grocery stores, like the little bulletin boards, so they can just tear a number off and boom, give us a call. But that's great. So now you have a park manager, you have a park that you've done multiple deals in. So y'all got to just keep that relationship. Go bring her something, so a little Starbucks gift card. Incentivize her. Like, look, don't forget about us. Don't forget about the Howards now.
So
I love it.
Tomorrow,
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm sorry. I think we might have a delay. I think you're hearing me delayed.
Okay. All right. So I was saying tomorrow, that's our plan. We're actually going park managers, and we actually have a whole little cookie basket I'm taking, and I'm having my car.
Yes.
So we could go introduce ourselves and let them know that, let them know, like, if you know anybody, we do referrals. So it definitely makes a difference. And even what you were saying on one of your teachings, where, like, make sure you talk to people outside. So just, as we drive for dollars, when we see somebody, we're like, hey, anything, anybody who lives in this one, is it abandoned? And then they just started talking, and that's exactly how we got our second one. We were just driving around, and we were just talking to people outside, and he gave us a number to his cousin who was trying to sell his.
Wow. Wow. I love it. I love it. I love that y'all are taking the information and implementing it. That's really what's key and most important, and being consistent with it. What would you say is like one key difference in, from you trying to wholesale houses to now wholesaling and investing in mobile homes? What's like one key difference?
Time, flat out, the timing, because the whole process of getting your the single family home under contract, and then you have to market, and then and then you have to go to the title company. The timing is the mobile homes are nothing like the timing with the single family homes.
Yeah.
So you can do 2 or 3, a whole bunch of deals in a month, and it's more realistic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now I'm sure y'all gonna just ramp up y'all marketing now, and just be getting to the deals. Just be getting to the deals. So what's the ultimate goal with the mobile homes for you guys?
We actually want to get a mobile home park. So that's our ultimate goal. So I know in the state of Texas, you're allowed, for each acre you can have 2 mobile homes on it. So we're actually looking for land too. So if anything, those that we're trying to keep, if we have to move it, if we need to move it, then we can move it onto our own land, and at least we could have at least 2. So that's our main goal, is to actually to own a park, or to have multiple, plots of land that we can put mobile homes on.
I love it. I love it. I think that's such a great plan, because I think that's where, like, the long-term kind of real wealth will start to kind of generate from. I love wholesaling. I think it's a great way. I strongly believe it's like the best way to get started, just to really understand pricing, understand the market, understand renovations, right? So you're not over renovating property.
We learn.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, so what was y'all putting in there? Y'all put like top of the line. Y'all went top of the line.
So first of all, we were thinking instilling, because we're from Maryland. So when you sell a single family home, you have to have a fridge, a stove. But in Texas, you don't have to have any appliances. You can sell a single family home, a mobile home, anything with no appliances. So our first home, we did the floors over. It was actually a 2-in-1. We changed it to a 2-and-2. We just did all the bells and whistles. Did new countertops. And the thing is, we were in the mind frame of a single family home. So we were trying to fix it up, just to say, okay, we want somebody to take our mobile home versus someone else's mobile home. But we weren't thinking, like you said, the market that we're targeting is different.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh man. Well, I'm glad that you guys learned that early on, and at least you broke even. A lot of people lose money on those types of mistakes. So at least you guys broke even. That's really, really fantastic. And now just being able to just, wholesale and buy them, start your rental portfolio, and grow to getting your land, having your park. So that is absolutely phenomenal. I'm so excited for y'all, because as I said again, I've been working with Wanda. I don't know how long it's been, at least at minimum like a year and a half. Like, I don't know. I feel like, because we were working together on wholesaling houses. Again, like I said, when I made my transition, I reached back to everybody that I had, previously worked with to be transparent, to show, what I was doing, and say, look, this is what I found something, y'all. I found something. And it's just like, everybody, come on over. For real. And
Really?
yeah, just for you guys to like, again, take the information and just implement it and have the success that you're having is amazing. And I can't believe that you guys made $8,200 in 4 hours.
Okay,
4
so let me say,
hours.
when we got the money that next day, we were driving home, and my husband like, "Why are you so quiet?" I was like, "Babe, did we do it right? I hope we didn't do anything wrong." Like, because it was so. First of all, it was so smooth and so fast. I'm thinking like, "Oh my gosh, what did we do? Did we do it right?" So it was just unreal how fast it went. So
Wow, that is hilarious. But I can understand. I could definitely understand, especially coming from houses. You like that was it. Like we done. Like this is over.
yes,
Yeah. Yes, I love it.
I
I
mean this
love it.
one is
I love
actually
it. I love it. I love it. And you guys totally, totally deserve it. Like I said, you've been putting in work, being consistent, and yeah, and now you're just reaping
thank you.
those efforts that you guys have been putting in. And I know it's up from here. Like I just know how you and the Howards. I know how the Howards operate. So I know y'all are going to have so much success. I'm here to help and be a part, cheer y'all on, and just like I said, really, really cheer you guys on. So, girl, y'all got me like y'all got me over here like, hold on, how we I think the quickest we did, I think, is a day, like a whole. I'm like, hold on, we gotta get a couple hours story. We gotta get a couple hours story. Y'all that motivated and inspired me. I'm like, we
And
can
I
do
just
this.
want
Yeah, so
I
I'm
really,
excited.
really want to say, oh, I just want to
Go
say
ahead.
thank you, because information that you put out on Mondays and Thursdays is like what is it? It's so valuable. Like you can't even put
Thank
a
you.
price on what you're giving us. So if you guys are tuning in, make sure, like she said, that one word she implemented. Make sure you just start something, because you never know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Wanda, for joining me and sharing this story. I know that this is going to help a lot
Thank
of people.
you.
Just inspire them and say, okay, I can do this. I can make a couple grand in a couple hours. Like this is doable. You can make this happen. So we are cheering for you guys and just looking forward to all your success. Thank you so much. And everybody in Facebook world, thank you guys so much.
Thank you,
Facebook and
guys.
YouTube for tuning in. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. And you guys have a phenomenal rest of your evening. And this Monday, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be here. I'm going to Mexico on Saturday. And I'm going to have, like, where we're going to be is going to be the terrible service. So I will see. I'm going to try my best to do Mobile Home Mondays, but I'm not going to make no promises, y'all. So I'm sorry if we don't make it. I'll make a post about it wherever I can. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best. Try my best, y'all. So thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, Wanda. I appreciate it.